Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will start our online study session week 4. We will learn unit number 9, that is electricity. First of all, you must all know that what is atom. The smallest particle of matter is called atom. Atoms are so tiny that they are invisible to the naked eye. Atoms are composed of smaller particles. These smaller particles of atom are called subatomic particles. These are different from each other due to charges they carry. Like electrons carry negative charge, protons carry positive charge, while neutrons carry no charge. Now, the structure of an atom. In an atom, the protons and neutrons are found in the center and they make up the nucleus. Electrons keep moving around the nucleus. The number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. So the charges are balanced. The atom has no charge and it is said to be neutral. As you can see that electrons keeps moving around the nucleus while the number of protons, which is 3, is equal to the number of electrons, which is also a 3. Now, the difference between insulator and conductors. Materials which do not allow the flow of electrons or electric current to pass through them are called insulators. For example, rubber, glass and wood are some insulator. What are conductors? The materials which allow the flow of electrons or electric current to pass through them are called conductors. For example, metals like copper, gold and silver are some good conductors. Here are some examples of insulator and conductors. You can see that pencil is in between the insulator and conductor because the one part of pencil is made up of wood, which is insulator, and other part is made up of metal, which is conductor. Now we will see the behavior of electric charges. Opposite charges will attract each other while the same charges will repel each other. Objects with opposite or different charges will attract or pull towards one another. Objects with same charges will repel or push away from one another. Electric current. The flow of charges or electrons in an object is called electric current. In a wire, the charges flow from negative part of the wire to the positive part. As you can see in the picture, the flow of electrons is from negative towards the positive terminal of the battery, while the direction of current is opposite. Types of electricity. There are two types of electricity: static electricity and current electricity. The electricity that gathers in one place is known as static electricity, that it is not moving. For example, lightning in nature is an example of static electricity. The electricity that moves from one place to another is called current electricity. For example, electricity which comes in our houses is an example of current electricity. Now we will see the exchange of charges. When an object is rubbed against another object, electrons are transferred. By this, one object has more electrons than protons and it is become negatively charged. It is the object which gains the electron, while the object which loses electrons becomes positively charged. As you can see in the animation, electricity in nature. When clouds rub against each other, the electrons move from one cloud to another. They heat up the air between the clouds. If too many electrons move very fast, the air between clouds gets so hot that it glows. This is called spark. And if this spark is so huge, it is called lightning. Circuit and fuses. Circuit is formed when a bulb is attached to battery from one side and to the fuse on another side. A fuse is a safety measure which protects the appliances and its wiring. A fuse contains a small wire which will melt if a fault causes too much current to flow. This breaks the circuit and protects the appliance. Now students, you have to read the chapter from book thoroughly and answer these questions in your neat copies. And the questions are: what is the structure of an atom? Differentiate between insulators and conductors. How do electricity produce in nature? What is the function of fuse? differentiate between static and current electricity. What happens when two objects rub against each other? Okay students, that's all for today. Thank you.